So I think we have Dan in Houston on the line.
Dan.
Yeah, hi, I'm here.
I just want to interrupt Dan for a second and say, like, we've had some growing pains in the new studio, and it's been a little bit awkward to, like, take Skype callers and have this brief delay, which we didn't used to have at the old studio when we were picking up phone calls with the touch of a button. But I want to give a shout out to our crew who are totally on the ball lately, and we're just, like, the delay is super brief, and we're able to just move from caller to caller. You guys are doing great. Thanks.
Yes, thank you very much.
What's up, Dan?
I was wondering what y'all think about like religious monuments on public land, like the Ten Commandments in front of like courthouses, and what I was think, what my position on them was, if they're really old, like really old monuments, it's like history, and removing them or taking them down would be like destroying history, and rather preserve our history.
You know, it's funny you should mention that, Dan. Do you know what the actual origin of the Ten Commandments monuments were that show up on a whole bunch of Capitol lawns now?
No, I would like to know.
So in the 50s, there was this movie produced by Cecil DeMille called The Ten Commandments, which starred Charlton Heston as Moses. And Cecil DeMille teamed up with this group called the Fraternal Order of Eagles, or FO, as we like to call them. And the Fraternal Order of Eagles was a religious club that, in conjunction with Cecil B. DeMille, basically advertising his movie, pushed these Ten Commandments monuments, basically donated them for free to a whole bunch of state capitol buildings. So when you're talking about historical relevance, you're talking about an advertising campaign.
So not very historical.
Not terribly, no. But I mean, the thing is, the Supreme Court actually ruled in two different cases at the same time, where one of them was in Austin, Texas, where we live, and another one, I believe, was in Tennessee. I always forget. Tennessee or Kentucky, one of those.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You guys all sound the same. No, they're next door to each other. But one of those people also had a Ten Commandments monument. And interestingly enough, the Austin one was ruled to that it could stay, while the Tennessee or whichever one was ruled that it had to be removed, even though they were identical monuments promoted for the same purpose, and the only difference being basically that the Austin one had been up slightly longer and nobody had complained, so they were like, well, guess it's historical now.
Yeah.
But what about in principle? Because, like it or not, Christianity has been a big part of this country. I mean, it wasn't founded on it, obviously, but it has been a big part of this country.
Well, sure. And I mean, in principle, like, for instance, I would never say that, like, the Notre Dame in Paris should be torn down, because, that's an amazing piece of architecture in its own right, apart from the religious connotations that it has. But, I think that in this case, the Ten Commandments was pushed specifically in violation of the constitutional principles that say that government, including not only federal, but thanks to the 16th Amendment, I think, also state governments are under the same rules.
Right.
Government should not get excessively entangled by connection to religion. And that was the point that was being made when the First Amendment was written. Thomas Jefferson wrote about the reverence he had for the idea of a wall of separation between church and state. So it may be historical, but it was a historical attempt to do an end run around a law. And I don't think that the Ten Commandments monuments themselves have enough artistic merit to fall under that category you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a block of granite with some words carved in it.
Right. It's a movie prop.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I didn't know about that, and y'all really changed my mind on it.
Okay, we're on a roll today, Jen.
I know.
Like everybody is, just turning around by the time the call's over. All right.
Well, make
Anything
good points. That's all I already had. So,
all right. Thanks,
All right.
Dan.
have a good day.